Episode number 784, Nonprofits and BNI.
You're listening to the official BNI podcast with BNI founder and Chief Visionary Officer, Dr. Ivan Meisner. Stay tuned for networking and referral marketing tips from the man who's been called the father of modern networking, along with suggestions and insights into getting the most from your membership in the world's largest networking organization, BNI.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the official BNI podcast. I'm Priscilla Rice, and I'm coming to you from Live Oak Recording Studio in Berkeley, California, and I'm joined on the phone today by the founder and the Chief Visionary Officer of BNI, Dr. Ivan Meisner. Hello, Ivan. How are you, and where are you?
I am still in Singapore at the BNI convention, and there's still a little bit of time. If somebody wants to join online live this week, you can do so. And anyone listening to this, if you have a chance to go to a BNI convention, you got to go. It's amazing. It's like going to a United Nations event where all the countries love each other.
That sounds great. So tell us who's coming today.
I have a guest. His name is Joshua Levy. Joshua is the founder and executive director for Joshua's Stage, a nonprofit organization based right here where I am in Austin, Texas. Joshua's Stage is all about enriching the lives of special needs individuals with activities including theater arts, improv, music, dance, photography, create a story, showcase. He features after-school programs, camps, workshops, online programs, individual enrichment programs, and a whole lot more. He's been a proud member of BNI for going on 2 years, and he is the president of the BNI 360 chapter. Joshua, welcome to BNI Podcast.
Thank you, Ivan. Great to be here.
It is great having you here, and I love nonprofit organizations. My late wife and I have supported nonprofits throughout our entire 31 years of marriage, and she and I created the BNI Foundation, which is now operating all on its own and supporting children in education. So we love to see nonprofits in BNI. So talk a little bit, Joshua, about fundraising, because I think nonprofits are great in BNI. They just need to know how it works and why it works.
Absolutely. I am delighted to be a BNI member as a nonprofit organization. Super excited with our chapter supporting Joshua's Stage, just being in it for almost 2 years, through whether it's donations from chapter members, business sponsorships, also referrals specifically for special needs families, the children who participate in our programs. We've received over $15,000 in thank you for closed business in just less than 2 years. And for us, that's absolutely amazing. And we're very humbled by that.
That's fantastic. I'm really, really pleased. And I think nonprofits don't recognize the many different benefits that they can get besides donations. Are there a couple of other ways that you've gotten benefits out of BNI?
Absolutely. We have opportunities through the referrals where I have the opportunity to meet other like-minded professionals in the Austin area who are in the field that Joshua Stage is in, which is serving special needs families. We've had opportunities for members to volunteer with our programs. We'll continue that as well. So there's a myriad of opportunities in addition to the not just asking for funds week to week. So we have many asks.
So tell me how referrals work for a nonprofit versus for-profit, which, most members are a for-profit business. How does it differ, and how is it the same?
Yeah, I'll start with the same. The essence of the referral, for me personally, I love giving. I know that is BNI, the giver's gain. I love giving. I speak truth when I give a fellow chapter member or even a member who's in a different chapter or referral, I literally jump up and down. I won't do that now. But believe me, in the theater that we do with Joshua's Stage, I take that to heart. That means a lot that I've been able to help out a fellow member, whether it's myself or Joshua's Stage, making the referral or on behalf of somebody else. And it's just amazing. So in that, it's the same as a for-profit. I would say the small nuance with the difference is when we do ask for a donation. In our case, when I receive a phone call from a family who might say to us, we would love to participate in your program. We're struggling on the finances. Is there something you can do to help? We say, yes. I'll come to the chapter and say, hey, we just received this phone call and they asked for help. I am looking for some superheroes to help this family out to be in
Mm.
our program. And they'll ask, how much. And lo and even last week, even today, we had several superheroes from our chapter help those families out.
So, what are some of the ways that your fellow chapter members have been involved with Joshua's stage?
We have a lot of involvement from our chapter members. In fact, one of our chapter members is the chair of our board of directors. So, in technical terms, that individual is my boss. So, as a nonprofit reports to the executive director role
Sure.
reports to the board of directors. So, that's pretty neat. More than two of our members are business sponsors. We have sustaining donors in the chapter. Joshua Stage is on Amazon Smile. Several members contribute to Joshua Stage via Amazon Smile. Our social media marketing agency person in our chapter is our social media for Joshua Stage. It's phenomenal. The bookkeeper in the group keeps the books for Joshua Stage. Several members have had their children participate in our programs, especially in the summertime.
So, I mean, this is amazing. What a great list, and it always it surprises me when nonprofits say, "Well, I don't see a fit for our nonprofit being in a referral group like this," and then I hear you talk about uh, member after member after member who supports your organization through service to the organization, as well as the thousands of dollars that you've been given. What a great story! I think more nonprofits should be involved in the organization.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. I will advocate for BNI, for nonprofits, for BNI. It works absolutely both ways. Uh, I am passionate about what I do, and I bring that passion the best that I can every week to our weekly meetings and present that, and either through stories of our organization making a direct positive impact on particular participants, and also how, as I mentioned earlier, chapter members, funds, or others from the community can also directly positively impact immediately. And as a nonprofit, whatever the cause and the mission is, bringing that passion weekly, that is what it's all about. That is that essence right there. And those chapter members start to hear that. Bringing it home in the one-to-ones is especially wonderful. In fact, earlier this spring, during a one-to-one, the person I was with said, "Oh, I'm going to do this right now." I didn't know what she was talking about. She leaned back, took out a check, and wrote a donation. And that was the first time that that's ever happened. I was like pinching myself if I was dreaming. So it's truly, truly a blessing. I'm humbled to absolutely encourage nonprofits to be a part of a BNI chapter.
Yeah, you never know when that person's going to write a check out. You never know. It's
Absolutely.
about building those relationships. Uh, so, Joshua, as a nonprofit organization in BNI, what would you say is the biggest impact on Joshua's stage so far?
Just several months ago, our managing director of our region, Becky Isbell, she referred Joshua Stage to the director of a special needs private school in a town called Killeen, Texas, which is about an hour north of Austin. I went out to meet with the school, talked about what we do, talked about their school, got to know each other. And we were both very excited for a potential opportunity. And just a couple months later, so now that was mid-August, we started a weekly program where our team travels to Killeen and we run their theater program once a week on Wednesdays. We'll be culminating pretty soon in a showcase for the school and the community. And it is like Zen. It is like heaven. This is an amazing opportunity. So we're making an impact on for our mission. We're executing the mission weekly in Killeen, Texas, with these great, wonderful participants, awesome team members coming, and that's what it's all about. And without I can tell you that likely opportunity was probably either not going to happen or maybe long off in the future. So this is a truly humbling experience.
Well, again, I'm really glad that you're in the program. I'm going to ask you a question here. May not have been prepared for this one, but I'd really like to hear it. And it doesn't have to be a BNI story, but we've got about a minute. Give me one story about an impact that your program has had on a family or an individual, and it doesn't have to be related to BNI at all. I want you to just tell a story about what you do and how it's impacted someone.
Yeah, a few months ago, we were running one of our programs that happened to be on a Saturday. We had ages, I think our youngest at that program was 6 years old. Maybe the oldest was 10 or 11. There were about four to five participants with a wide range of special needs. We had just started with arts and crafts for the first 10 minutes of the program. The participants were coming in. Some of the families stayed to be in the background, who we call angels, by the way. They're the angels on the stage in the background. So the families that stay, others can go grab coffee and run errands. So I was checking in with families as our team was helping the participants conduct the arts and crafts. And one of the parents was appearing to be somewhat quiet. She had perhaps some, I don't know, water, maybe tears in her eyes. And I checked in and said, "Hey, how are you?" And as we were chatting, she said to me, "My son, who was in our program, has been in various other programs, whether they're sports or enrichment and whatnot." And he was asked, they had said, we don't think it's a good fit. And the reason was he's nonverbal in his communication, as far as verbalizing his wants or needs, may not have been the fit perhaps the organization was describing. I was, as I am now, very touched by that and somewhat like, wow, I don't even know, I can't even imagine. I am, parent. We have two kids, and I can't imagine being asked, "I'm sorry, this isn't working." I looked at her and I said, "I the vision came in 2015 for you." I don't know what else to tell her. I said, "Of course he's welcome here. I mean, he seems to be having a blast. He's smiling. He's wearing Superman costumes. In fact, this was the second program they did with us." I said I could see no reason like that to ask in our program, that happen, that we say or go that direction. I was saying that this is absolutely, for you, this is why the calling that I have was put
And
together.
that's what makes it all worthwhile, isn't it, Joshua?
Absolutely.
Well, listen, thank you so much for being on a BNI podcast. JoshuaStage.org is the website. It's Joshua, JOSHUA, stage.org, JoshuaStage.org. And Joshua, email me your Amazon Smile link. I believe it's a special link that connects, I think. And if you send that to me, I'll make sure that goes in here as well. Joshua, thanks for being on BNI Podcast.
Thank you, Ivan. It's great to be here. Thank you very much.
Back to you, Priscilla.
Okay, perfect. Well, I think that's it for this week. Thank you so much to both of you for the great information. This podcast is sponsored by MeisnerAudioprograms.com. These audio programs will provide you with the tools and the inspiration to powerfully enhance your BNI experience. So check out the great material that's available to you at MeisnerAudioprograms.com and then use the promo code IVAN50 for 50% off of everything. All of the proceeds go to the BNI Foundation. Thank you so much for listening. This is Priscilla Rice, and we look forward to having you join us again next week for another exciting episode of the official BNI podcast.